Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial on IT.tutorials. I am Josef Botnar. This tutorial has the goal to make the code behind these buttons, update and delete, regard to this school registration project. This project is done using Visual C# and Microsoft SQL Server 2019. I have done about 16 tutorials so far. So if you watch this tutorial for the first time, I don't think you will be able to understand some things. So you need to go back to start to watch this project from the first tutorial. All right, I have done a check through my code, and I notice I've got here an error regarding this method, private void rm display student data with this event load. It's regarding to this form, display student data with this event load. I'm going to release this code. I'm going to release the student form, and when I press this button data, the records from student data is loaded inside this data grid view. But here I've got just 2 records, but if I go inside the Microsoft SQL Server, here I've got 4 records, as you can see. So just the first 2 is loaded. Why? This is because I've got this error here, because I used the student ID from student table, and here it should be counted ID, which is the foreign key of this student table. So this is the I have to stop the execution of this code. So this is the error. So I correct the error. If you have watched my video tutorials, so I wanted to show you this because this is an error, so I fix it. And now if I release again this application, here you go. Now all 4 records are loaded in the data grid view, as you can see. So as I told you, this tutorial has the goal to make the code behind these 2 buttons, update and delete. So select update button, give a double click on it, and this will take you inside this method, private void btn update underscore, and this click event. I have done before the code because actually I use about the same code when I have done the code behind the save button. So in order to move quicker, I have done before the code. So I declared here an string gender variable to be used inside this if conditional statement. If the male radio button will be checked, this gender string will be assigned by this value male, otherwise will be signed by this value female. It is about these 2 radio buttons. All right, so further I have I'm using this try catch structure to avoid the exception errors, and inside the body of this try I declare these variables, these 2 strings for the date of birth and date of registration, because these 2 has this data time type, because I use this time picker controls on this form, and inside the Microsoft SQL Server these 2 has varchar, as you can see, the varchar, which is a string. So that's why I have to make the conversion from data time type to string, as I have done on these 2 code lines. And after I use these integer variables, and I use this class convert to convert them from a string to integer, as you can see on these lines, because all the controls except these 2 time picker are a string, and all these fields, class ID, country ID, county ID, town ID, which are foreign keys of student table, has this type integer. Yeah, and that's why I did the conversion from string to integer. All right, and this code continues with this if else conditional statement. Inside the parentheses, I have done this data validation entry, yeah, which is a simple way to make a data validation. There is another way, more complex, but I wanted to start with a simple one. When I'm going to finish this code, I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to use another way to make this data validation. But for this step, this is enough, yeah. And after I use this, I created this object CMD using this instance of this class SQL command. This object actually will store the SQL server statement, yeah, and this method which will open the connection to SQL server. So to update the records inside student table, I use this keyword update, the name of the table student, the keyword set, and after I start to assign all the field of this color of this table student, yeah, using the same order as it was used here inside the SQL server. So I start with the gender, first name, last name, and so on. I don't use student ID because this column is automatically updated by SQL server. So yeah, so I start here with gender, and is assigned by this variable, yeah, what I used to be declared here, gender, yeah. All right. First name, which is assigned by this by the value of this control txt first name dot text, which is this control, yeah, from student 4, and so on. As you can see, last name, address, mobile, email, the date of registration, date of birth, date of registration, and so on. And here to the end I have used this where keyword, yeah, and this student ID is equal, should be equal, which is this field from the student table from SQL server, yeah, equal with this student ID, which is a integer variable. And as you can notice here, I use the name for the class where I declare this variable. I'm gonna go inside the partial class, this frm display student data. So here I declare that student ID integer variable, which is a static variable, as you can see, public static integer variable. I use the public modifier in order to use this student ID variable inside another classes of this project. And if you go down here, the student ID is assigned on this line when this and actually this student ID take over the value from data grid view, yeah, as you can see, yeah. All right, now I'm gonna go back here, and this open con method will open the connection with SQL server. This method execute non-query will execute this SQL query, and after this message will be displayed, data has been updated. If you wouldn't fill all the fields, you will receive this message. Please fill in the blank, so the else part of if else statement will be executed. If there will be an errors, this catch part of try catch block will be executed, and a error message will be displayed using this message box together with show method. On this line, the connection to SQL Server is closed, and the code for the delete button, select delete button, double click on it, and here is the code for the delete button. The same object which will store this statement, which will delete the record inside student table using this delete keyword from the name of the table student, where keyword, where student ID, yeah, is equal with this with the value of this variable student ID. This method will open the connection to SQL Server. This method execute query will execute this SQL Server statement. Yeah, and we gonna to receive this message if everything is all right. The data has been deleted. On this line, the connection is to SQL Server is closed. Okay, so let's see how this works. Yeah, here you go. Now all the records are loaded inside this data grid view. Okay, let's just let's insert a new record. I am just typing here by random some letters here and figures. Yahoo.com, United States, California. Okay, save. Go to, click on OK button. Yeah, go inside SQL Server and execute this select statement again. And here you go. Here is my last record. Yeah, is this one. Now click on data button. Here is the last record what I have saved. Double click on this arrow, and this record is loaded inside student form. And let's make a few changes. Let's write here like CC, capital letters here, DDD, F, capital F. Yeah, and now click on update button. Okay, data has been updated. Let's go inside SQL Server. Let's execute again the select statement for student table, and here you go. As you can see, the update was done inside the student table. I've got here this capital CC, DD, FF, as you can see. Okay, and now let's delete this record using the delete button. Click on delete button. Here you go. The data has been deleted. Let's see. Let's execute the select statement from a student table. Execute. As you can see, the last statement was deleted. Yeah. Now click on data button. As you can see, the last record is not here anymore because it was deleted. So the code behind these two buttons, update and delete, works fine, no problem. So thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time. Bye bye.